Hey everybody, Mr. Height back here, your favorite scientist on location at Highland Lakes Elementary. And this is investigation 2, little different. Instead of heating the cans up like we did investigation 1 to see which one gets hotter, what would happen if we went ahead and got the cans all nice and warmed up, and then we turn off our lamp and see which can actually will lose the most heat over 5 minutes. So that's what we have going on here. I have my lamp, which you can think about as like the sun. So let's say it's daytime and objects are heating up, land's heating up, water, your bicycle sitting out in the sun, and then it gets really hot, right? It's gonna heat up those objects. But when the sun goes down and it's night, what happens to that heat energy? Does it remain in the object, or will the object lose heat energy? And do different objects lose more heat energy than other objects? So that's what we're going to find out here. So I've let the cans heat up for 5 minutes. I have my data table, so make sure you have that printed out, or even in your science notebook, you can make a little data table there, or if you have it printed out, you can glue it in your science journal. So I'm going to write down our initial temperature. So my black can is at 36 degrees. I'm going to do Celsius again, like I said before. It's really good to do both. You want to be able to read both types of temperature readings, so Celsius and Fahrenheit. But for right now, I'm just going to write down Celsius. And for our silver can, we have 34 degrees Celsius. So pretty close, not too far off. So now what I'm going to do is, notice I wrote those temperatures down before I turned the lamp off. So now I'm going to turn the lamp off. Ooh, and I can take my sunglasses off now. Notice I still kept everything the same. So that's very important that my setup is still all consistent. I still have the lamp the way it was. I'm still at 20 centimeters away. I've used the same cans. I've used the same thermometer. Why do you think that's important? Why didn't I just like change it all out? And what if I would have just moved my cans back and forth? Would that give me good data if I could just keep changing things around every time? Why is it good to always keep your experiment always set up the same way from day to day? It's a good question. You should talk to somebody about that. So I'm going to write down as soon as 1 minute is up here. I have my timer. Again, the Pasco probes are available in your lab. They're really cool to use. There's an app called SparkView on your Kindle. So it works by Bluetooth, and you would stick the probe into the can, and it will digitally read out the temperature. So it's nice because it is very accurate. These thermometers aren't bad, the glass ones, but make sure you're very careful with those thermometers that you don't break them. So some safety there. Cool, so I think we're about at 1 minute. And let's see here. Okay, so at 1 minute, the black can has gone down to 35 degrees Celsius, and our silver can is still at 34 degrees. So the silver can has not dropped at all. I'm going to come back at 5 minutes and see where we are at. I encourage you, hope you're doing this in your classrooms or in the lab, or you're using this virtually. We even have some of the virtual labs that we'll also use as well. All right, see you in a couple minutes.